Movements in the stock market can have a profound economic impact on the economy and everyday people. A collapse in share prices has the potential to cause widespread economic disruption. Most famously, the stock market crash of 1929 was a key factor to causing the Great Depression of the 1930s. Yet, daily movements in the stock market can also have less impact on the economy than we might imagine. During the Great Recession of 2009-13, the stock market performed quite strongly. This rise in share prices was rather misleading to the state of the economy. Also, a fall in share prices doesn't necessarily cause an economic downturn. Now there's a question that must be asked. How does the stock market impact on the economy?
Audio Jungle.
Hello everybody. Let me introduce you Jacob. Jacob is talking on the phone with his broker, who just told him that he just made a lot of money because of the stocks he invested in. So, as you can imagine, Jacob is kind of happy. I would even say really happy, because he's gonna get to use this. But how is this related to the economy? Well, on a more global scale, an increase in consumption, which also means an increase in demand, will lead to an increase in production. But to produce, companies need more workforce, right? So we will also have an increase in workforce. But I think employees will need to get paid. So we have an increase in income and purchasing power, which will close the circle by increasing consumption. This theory was presented by John Maynard Keynes in 1936 and was used by the US President Roosevelt during the New Deal. Now, I want you to think about something else. I want you to imagine Jacob investing his money in the stock market, but instead of gaining any, he loses it all. Now, you can imagine that Jacob would be pretty upset, and he wouldn't get to use his credit card anytime soon. So the whole mechanism can work the other way around. This is called the wealth effect. It's the first impact on the global economy. People with shares can see a fall in their wealth. If the fall is significant, it's going to affect their financial outlook. If they are losing money on shares, they will be more hesitant to spend money. This can contribute to a fall in consumer spending. Let's have a look at this chart. We have the US growth over the last century. Now, let's focus on year 1929 and 1987. Not only does the growth slow down, but it decreases. This is due to the stock crashes that have occurred in these years. If you think about it, even the subprime crisis origins were in Wall Street, where people used to speculate on mortgages and the housing market in general. Well, now, I think that you're aware on how the stock market mainly affects the economy. The positive returns on investments, whether they're made by companies or individuals, can be a blessing for the economy. But negative ones can also be a curse.